Hi, it's Ken with DMIx Studios, and we are over at DMEXCO at the DMIx booth. And now this company is doing some really innovative things that I think you guys are going to find really interesting. Now I have Gerd and Olaf. Now Gerd and Olaf, tell me what you guys are doing and what your positions are at DMIx.
Yes, so we are basically the founders of DMIx. We founded the company around 2013. And basically what we do at DMIx is we connect brands with their suppliers to enable them for a full Phygital experience of their product development. So we're not only going into virtual product development, but we also go into physical product development, so that in the end, basically the virtual product is matching the real product.
Things behind all this special technology, because I'm the tech part of our partnership here. I can tell you, we are not storing something like pictures or only 3D stuff or formats or whatever. We know exactly what's going on. So especially for the color part, we are on a physical way, so only storing spectral data in terms of having an RGB or something like this. So that's very important if you want to produce something. What we want to achieve is to have a digital world and a real world. We call it digital twin, that you can make a digital decision for a material, for example. This is our main part, our main goal. And this ends up in a lot of processes and things which can work together, interact together from brand and supplier side.
All right, so if I were a company, and I'm just going to throw one out there, like Hugo Boss, and I believe they're fairly digital from what I've learned today, how could you guys really help Hugo Boss out, or any kind of fashion brand that is looking to kind of move into this realm?
There are basically two main scenarios that we are following. So one would be the color part Olaf just talked about, which is very much based on industrial procedures. So we can really make sure that the creative decision on the brand side is basically translated into the product and ends up in retail as intended. That's one way. The other way is, for example, that we could connect a brand with their suppliers. So basically, when you're looking at a huge brand today, they are sometimes working with 800 suppliers, and they are receiving data from these 800 suppliers. And we basically enable a standardized way to get this data. And this is, of course, can be digital materials, it can be digital trims and accessories, it can be colors, it can be full products. And in the end, we also, and that's the final part of the journey then, is that we also have a full rendering system in place, cloud-based, so that basically the brand can also render their images, the virtual images, into something they can use in web shop, e-commerce, etc. So it's a really end-to-end solution that we can offer.
It seems like also that this is kind of creating a more eco-friendly world for the fashion industry as well too. So how do you feel that is having an impact on the world as far as eco-friendly goes?
Yes, it's a real impact. Only for the sourcing part, you avoid a lot of samples you don't need anymore, physical samples, you don't need to produce it. In terms of the color topic we mentioned right before, it's if you want to produce special fabrics and special colors, you have to try it out first, right? And we say for big brands, a lot of transportation and doing all this stuff and all the time for checking the colors, it's done automatically. Savings, only 1 million euro for DHL or whatever is covered with this.
Imagine you could cut down prototyping from 3 or 4 prototypes to 1. That's basically the way we are going. And this can be color development, this can be but also a garment, right, that is developed and that you need to a very early point in time in order to show it to your either B2B customers or even B2C customers. And so you could put something in your online shop that is not even produced.
love that. I love like the idea of taking digital technology that also can be used to help people with their business, that also just makes the world a little bit more eco-friendly in the end. So I'm guessing that you guys are on LinkedIn, so I will put that down in the description down below where you guys can connect with them. I will put over here in the corner the website so you guys can find them quite easily. Now, are you on other social media platforms besides LinkedIn?
LinkedIn is the main part, and of course the website is there's quite a lot on the website to discover. So we also have white papers for all these topics. So how to control your colors, how to go into 3D and all that kind of stuff. So we are really, for most clients, we are also a partner in consulting them on how to move in these processes.
I think that's also really good too, because people who are looking for this, you know, they might not understand how it connects, and you guys are kind of serving as that kind of like gateway, that helping hand that brings you into this new realm of business. I think that's really great. So guys, if you're interested in learning more about DMIx, you'll be able to find the information down in the description. Thank you guys so much for sharing your company, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of DMEXCO. And as always, happy creating, and we're going to see you guys on the next one. Okay, if you watched my last YouTube video, then you learned a little bit about Verce. And yes, DMIx is connected to Verce, which I think is really interesting. If you think about the fashion industry as a whole, in the past it has been very analog, meaning that it produces a lot of waste and it produces a lot of carbon emissions. So this partnership, this collaboration is kind of creating this new sustainability, in my opinion. And I think that's really awesome. But let's put it in DMIx's own words from their website. Streamline your supply chain with a phygital ecosystem that connects fashion and lifestyle brands with suppliers. Utilize DMIx's digital twin standard to make informed decisions on product development, reducing the need for physical prototypes. Save time and resources while improving your efficiency and accuracy. DMIx empowers your product development and supports a sustainable future. Now let's take a look at that digital twin standard that DMIx mentioned. And I'm going to look at their website and kind of read this to you as well too, because I think it's really interesting. So DMIx uses common industry standards for colorimetric functionalities and spectral color information to manage color and appearance in all areas. DMIx's system creates a standard view comparable to reality, ensuring reliable, sustainable digital communication and standing out from other solutions in the market. Effective color management is crucial for design and production, heavily influencing consumer buying decisions in online and stationary retail. I think this is really amazing. I think this is really cool how this can kind of change the way the fashion industry works. You know, working with companies like Verce and kind of creating these digital avatars, that way people can see. I mean, changing the runway completely. I love it. Really inspirational.